Hey everyone, Brandon here. Welcome back to another video on the channel, I think. Today, we're going to tackle a big question. Is personal branding dead? For years, we're told you are your brand, but here we are in 2025 and things are just not really the same. Everything's looking a little, some shoddy, some different. We have AI generation for everything, audiences that are smarter than ever, and nobody wants the same tactic over and over again. They get inundated and bored. And there's a whole new element of the trust dynamic between new audiences, existing audiences, and whatever your brand might happen to be. So is it really worth building your own personal brand, or is that time kind of, over for what we're at? Now, let's unpack this and let's talk about what could work, what may work, what hasn't worked. First, let's rewind. So personal branding really exploded back in the 2010s. Think the Gary V's of the world, the Marie Forleos, the Neil Patels, you name it, right? You had a topic on the internet and you had some guru somewhere that was able to represent everything that was about that topic. And this became about more putting your face to the topic, to the business, because trust was the currency of this online personal branding sale. Now, we gotta ask ourselves, why did this work? Well, one, people don't really trust faceless corporations anymore. Think Walmart's. You don't really trust Walmart. It's not personalizing anymore. It's not for the little man. The second thing is we like stories, we like personalities, we like feeling the parasocial relationships that may or may not exist between us and whatever that personality is. And we feel as consumers that we are getting to know them. We're trying to buy from them as a primary, the secondary being the product or service that we are, what they are the guru for. And then we come into the third thing. Social media algorithms have been rewarding this human-centric content, and that the faces on thumbnails, on comparison videos, on pretty much any topic has been outperforming this faceless logo situation for years. And now personal branding more has become this gold standard where you used to be, whether you're selling for, coaching or books or software as a service, the gold standard is you. You are the service. You are the thing. You are this communication medium between you and your ideal audience. Now, what's changing in 2025? So we fast forward to today, and things have really been shifting, and they've been shifting really hard. And here's why. So, one, AI overload. We've hit this saturation point where AI avatars, deep fakes, and even entire AI influencers are now the thing. They're what we're seeing when you scroll through TikTok, and every third video is pretty much an AI generated content or a deep fake of somebody who never truly existed selling you something in either a passive or a very intimate way to try to get you to buy that thing. And most of us don't really even care anymore. We're scrolling through this brain rot content and we're saying, alrighty, it's entertaining. I don't care if it's human. I don't care if it's a deep fake. It is what it is, but it is entertaining. And I'm going to continue scrolling. There's this idea of also authenticity fatigue, where audiences have become more skeptical due to this brain rot content, and they have seen what a fake polished authenticity strategy looks like, and they have become wise to it. And it's hard as a personal brand to build genuine trust in people if they are wary about being sold something that truly doesn't exist. And in this case, it would be you, your personality, your brand. And if that is all manufactured, fabricated by AI or by some third-party faceless corporation somewhere, then it's not going to be as impactful to the general audience. There's also this shift in value to communities. So more than ever, people care less about your personality and more about whether you can solve their problem. And that has decreased the value of the ability to personally brand as it relates to your community and ecosystem. And so I know I didn't really explain too much in the value versus community. And it's kind of this it depends topic where it depends on where your community is based in culture, where your community is based in trend setting. And if you're in San Diego or you're in Las Vegas, you're at the heartland of trend setting, then your values being in that community are going to be vastly different as it relates to this entire ecosystem I've been talking about. So personal branding isn't really dead, but it's definitely evolved based on location, based on market trends, based on your culture. So where does personal branding really win? Before we kind of write it off, let's say personal branding is dead, let's be clear that it does still work in several niches. And so one niche, it would be like coaching or consulting, thought leadership, things where expert opinions and expert critical thinking comes into play. There's also the micro-influencer aspect where tight, loyal audiences for small brands, small people who are kind of just like really good at one thing. Let's say you're a skater and you have a following of 800 people that do skating. That is tight. That can build a sense of loyalty to skaters. And if you work with a brand that is offering, let's say, skateboards for a discounted price and it resonates with that audience, you have this you have this cohesive relationship between all three parties, which is the brand, the micro-influencer, and the audience themselves. So brands that are utilizing this human first, transparent aspect are where personal branding still ends up being key. Now, let's say you're bad at personal branding and you think it's losing its edge, right? Where should you focus? And it's hard to kind of isolate where your brand would succeed, right? But there are a few types of categories we can place it in. One would be a brand ecosystem. And so this idea, this system, it survives without you being at the center. Let's take a representation of yourself as the personal brand. This channel, and specifically, Dr. Wood recommends, this is a brand ecosystem that revolves around me being the center. And without it, Dr. Wood recommends as a channel has to be rebranded, has to be moved into something else. But if you build a personal brand that isn't as directly representative of your person, but more of an idea, or you have to kind of superimpose an idea onto a separate entity, and then similar to an LLC, and then that entity becomes the brand ecosystem. So once you leave that entity, you don't lose any value. You just lose essentially a host. The second thing would be the category of trust signals. So when you step back from the spotlight or double down on these different aspects of your business that work, such as case studies or testimonials, or being transparent in the overall process, you do that as a way to increase the impact of your personal brand without you being the focal point. And then there's also the faceless value hubs, such as SEO, such as blogs, or other deliverable types of sites that have things. A good way to think of this would be like infographics, hosting coding hubs, stuff that builds a life or a personality of its own beyond the founder itself. And then once the founder is gone, it lives on as a business. So to conclude, what do you guys think? Do you think personal branding is dead, or do you think it's just evolving into another aspect? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're building in 2025, make sure you subscribe to our weekly deep dives, and sometimes daily, depending on what topic I want to cover that day. But I hope we can see you guys in the next one. Bye.